You ever witness a moment in music where you just know something historic is happening? Not because someone said so, but because it hits you in the gut, leaves you speechless, and forces you to hit rewind? That's exactly what Kendrick Lamar just did. And get this, with just half a verse. Yeah, half. Let's talk about it. So picture this. Pusha T, Malice, and Pharrell are holding a private listening session for their upcoming album. It's the kind of invite-only room that reeks of anticipation, history, and serious talent. Celebs, artists, industry insiders, everyone's ears are locked in. But then something wild happens. They don't just tease the crowd with their music, they let a room full of people record it. Risky? Maybe. But genius? Absolutely. Because the second those clips of Kendrick Lamar's verse from their song Chains and Whips hit the internet, the rap world exploded. It wasn't just the usual fan hype either. This was different. Something clicked, something shifted, and all we've heard is part of his verse. Now, Kendrick isn't new to shaking up the culture. He's done it time and again. But this one feels like the next chapter in a book no other rapper is even qualified to read, let alone write. What Kendrick delivered wasn't just bars. It was a mission statement. A lyrical manifesto wrapped in venom and brilliance, aimed directly at the current state of hip-hop. And let's be honest, nobody can do what Kendrick just did. Not Drake, not Cole, not even legends from past eras. This was peak Kendrick, leveling up again, when most artists would already be coasting. It's like he heard all the noise, the beefs, the criticism, the debates, and instead of responding with an interview or a tweet, he dropped a verbal nuke in the form of poetry. Let's break it down. First, the moment itself. This wasn't a surprise drop. It wasn't a choreographed rollout with billboards and mystery QR codes. This was raw. It was viral. It was word of mouth, the old school way, except turbocharged by social media. That's what made it feel alive. Clips of Kendrick's verse went viral within minutes. And not just because people were starved for new Kendrick. It was because what he said, how he said it, and when he said it, felt like a punch in the face to the rap game. It demanded attention. He wasn't just showing off, he was warning people. And then there's the verse itself. Even though we've only heard a portion, you can already feel the gravity of it. This isn't Kendrick dropping clever one-liners just to trend for a week. This is Kendrick stepping into a moment that feels bigger than music. The passion, the precision, the tone. It's almost like he's delivering a sermon. He raps with the conviction of someone who knows exactly who he is and what he represents. And you can tell, he's not here to play nice. He calls out the soft energy in rap today. He dismisses the kumbaya vibes, shots clearly aimed at artists more concerned with peacekeeping than pushing culture. And when he says, sending someone back to the cosmics, you don't have to think too hard about who that might be directed toward. The man is not holding back. There's rage in his voice, the kind we haven't heard since Control or Nostalgia. But it's not reckless rage. It's focused, calculated, surgical. Then comes the history lesson. Kendrick name drops Rakim and says half his profits should go to him. That bar? It's not just appreciation, it's a message. He's saying, this is who I came from. This is who I honor, and y'all forgot. It's a critique of how rap has treated its pioneers. He's calling out the disrespect, the erasure, and doing it all while staking his own claim as the torchbearer. And here's what's wild. Kendrick doesn't just honor legends, he builds on their work. He evolves it. When you realize that he recorded this verse right around the time the Drake beef was heating up, it hits even harder. Because that means, while everyone was watching the drama unfold, Kendrick was in the lab making this. Focused, intentional, hungry. The genius is in the details. Kendrick ties themes together like a novelist. One bar connects to the next, not just in rhyme but in meaning. There's no filler, no throwaway lines, just poetry with purpose. From Judas metaphors to reflections on the Mr. Morale and GNX eras, Kendrick weaves a tapestry of pain, betrayal, growth, and truth. The way he brings in biblical references, prophet, Judas, sacrifice, it all serves a bigger narrative. He's not just rapping about hip-hop, he's rapping for it. And if you listen close, you realize he's not just talking to fans, he's talking to rappers. This is a challenge. a dare. A standard being set so high, it should honestly scare most of the game. And then there's the rollout. The way the clips premiered this track, first on social media, letting the streets run with it, it's genius. It's a throwback to the days when buzz mattered more than algorithms. And Kendrick used that chaos to his advantage. Because let's be real, for months, there was this Gen Z narrative floating around that Kendrick wasn't relevant to the younger generation, that he was too deep or too quiet. Well, now he's owning the platform they live on, and doing it without compromising a single thing about who he is as an artist. This isn't just another feature. It feels like a turning point. In one verse, or half of it, Kendrick laid out a new blueprint. He showed that you can be poetic and deadly. You can honor the past and shape the future. And you can do all of it without ever bending to what's trendy or expected. He reminded everyone that lyricism isn't dead, that real storytelling still matters, that hip-hop at its core is about truth, even when it hurts. So what now? Well, we wait for the full track. We wait to see how this verse fits into the album. We wait to see how the rest of the rap world responds, if they even dare. But more than anything, we take a second to appreciate what we're witnessing in real time. Because this is special. This is one of those moments we'll look back on and say, yeah, that's when it changed. Final thoughts. Plus, CTA, Kendrick Lamar didn't just show up with a feature, he showed up with a purpose. And if this is just a taste of what's coming, then buckle up, because the dot era is in full effect, and nobody's ready for what's next. So what did you think of the verse? What lines hit the hardest? And where do you think Kendrick takes it from here? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you made it this far, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into real hip-hop moments like this. Because trust me, we're just getting started.